everyone. Firstly, good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on the time you are watching this video. Well, I firstly introduce myself. I am Daniel Moreno, an 80th semester student at the UNAD, and in this video, I present a small support for the research project course. Well, it's clear? Well, begin. Well, the school dropout is one of the most important educational problems it occurs due to the many internal and external factors that aggravate this type of the crisis that generates that young people do not have a good academic preparation, bringing the severe consequences in their lives in their areas of work. As relative, it is necessary to recognize that several of the education institutions are not encouraged to make changes that help students in the some of these institutions. They do not have sufficient or many human and economic resources to help solve this problem. Sorry for this comma. It should be noted that the school dropout does not. It is only because of the lack of resources, but also because of the culture and the teaching or situation that occur in the family environment. It should be noted that motivation is one of the main factors. In this field, science traditional teaching lag far behind when it comes to the influence it has a youth of this generation. To formal education, better living conditions can achieve it, and this had a lot to do with the motivation not only of teachers but also of parents toward their children, since that encourage them not to continue studying and to dedicate themselves to that breed the money. I need to remember more about this. Well, of the context. The truth is that regardless of the various factors that influence this problem, school dropout has gone beyond the merely education sphere to become a social problem that worries educators, economists, politicians, and large part of the society in general. I think that it is necessary and indispensable to analyze the factors that influence the dropout rate of the students. As I had been investigating to carry out this small project, I can identify that although it is a relevant uses in Colombia's society, it is not something that has much for in the media according to my research. A question arises, which is, what is the reason why the students do not attend the school? Well, here on the slide, put more general causes from which more causes associated than derived. Well, and you can see deficits of prior knowledge causes desertion in students in Colombia, problems, familiar problems, personal problems, economic problems, all is the same. As the central objective, I seek to determine the factors that affect the dropout rate of the students of the second level of the regular basic education secondary in the institutions. Don Adams and Lazarillo de Tormes. I do it with the test to institutions since they give me the results in the two public education and private education space. Well, regarding my literature source, I decided to base myself on two words that are those Román C 2003 is the second in the presentation and Espinoza Ó 2014 science. They not only talk about the subject from the information they collect from different authors, but also show evidence of their own research through tests and visible evidence. I am only going to mention one of the texts of Román C that I like the most of what he wrote. This is well, the scholar drop off and the school drop on and drop off is undoubtedly the final I don't remember many the final and the most irreversible step of the school failure. Nobody wants to fail. It is therefore not possible to assume it or understand it as an opinion that avoid. A girl or a young person makes many others in their life process without the future reflection or even pain. We decided to leave school so often to have traveled for a long time through the courtyards and classrooms that are not their own, useful or welcoming. Sorry. After having made the effort to respond according to the canons and the school requirement many times after the trying to combine the school and work. Well, the next is the theoretical framework. You can see in this. I know what it means. Well, I know mentioned the titles in the before cards. I'm sorry. Well, despite that being a relevant topic in the current education worldwide, there is still no clear and consistent definition that helps to identify it. As you can see, I put a partial definition. You can see in this style to slide. I put the partial definition style on the slide. Well, some authors do it from the point of view of the individuals and others from the phenomenon as source and the effect causes in the own institution or in the country. This is important. They are collect data. Sorry. According to the Royal Spanish Academy, desertion implies abandoning obligations and separating from the crowds that use it to be frequent. too frequent. Sorry. The word school for its part referred to that which belong to or is related to the student or the school. Sorry, needed to think. Therefore, school dropout is a concept used to refer to those students who stop attending classes and are left out of the educational system. Morrow, 1918. The educational system. Morrow, 1918, mentions something very interesting, and that is that he defines abandoned when a student group was enrolled in a school, abandons it for a long period of the time and does not enroll in another school. For Vicentinto, 1989, the scholar dropout means not completing a center course of action or achieving a desired goal. In the search of the which the subject enter a particular educational institution. As the foremost, the Colombian Ministry of Education says that the school dropout is defined as the interrupt or separation of a student from the educational system and can be understood in the three ways. Well, this is depending on the duration. It can be temporary or permanent. And the second is according to the scope of the education establishment or educational system in general. And three, according to the temporality, preschool, primary, secondary, and middle and university. Well, for the last, I shown the limitations of my investigation. Well, the investigation will have, it's the same put in the slides, in the presentation. Well, my investigation will have as a fundamental basis the Lazarillo de Tormes School and the Tom Adams ELD School. This is done to compare the different variables, since they are a private and a public schools. Well, which we help us determine the economy standards, social and pedagogical. Well, reviewed the archives of the schools. No one has carried out the investigation about the school neglect in the any of the two institutions. Although it is evident that the Lazarillo school teacher had been given guidelines on these uses. Well, finally, I have to show you the literatures which I investigated for the realization of this project. And thank you for watching this video until the end. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope you have a great day or great night. And with me, it will be until the next time. See you later.